Hi! Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for December 24th. So, let's get started. This day in history! On this day in history, December 24th, 1814, the War of 1812 officially ended as the United States and Britain signed the Treaty of Ghent in Belgium. Also, on this day in 1893, Henry Ford completed his first useful gas motor. He and his wife tested the small one-cylinder engine in their kitchen. A later version of that engine with 2 cylinders powered Ford's first automobile when it took to the road in 1896. And on this day in 1948, the first U.S. house to be completely solar heated, which means heated by the sun, was occupied in Dover, Massachusetts. Eleanor Raymond, the architect who designed the house, felt that it was one of her most difficult projects. The heating system was designed by Dr. Maria Telkes. She was called the Sun Queen because of her solar research. She also developed solar ovens, a way to use solar energy to convert seawater into fresh water, and many other solar projects. Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the word jargon. Jargon is a kind of language that is used by experts. Usually, it's hard to understand jargon. For example, a rock climber might say, "I climbed a 510B pitch today." Now, what she means by that jargon is that the cliff she climbed was rated as a very difficult climb, which requires a lot of skill. The word jargon comes from the Old French word, which means a chattering from birds. Extremes. Today on Extremes, we ask, what kind of bird spends the most time in the air? The answer is the sooty tern. Now, once this bird is big enough to take to flight, it will not return to land again for 7 to 10 years. It only does return to build a nest and have its own babies. Now, before it returns to land, the sooty tern spends most of its time in the air, flying about, looking for food, and gliding on the wind. Every once in a while, it will land on the waters of the tropical oceans across the globe. Health tips. I want to talk with you about the mineral potassium. Potassium helps keep your muscles and nervous system working well. You know, your body is over 70% water. There's water in your muscles, your organs, and your blood. There's even water in your bones. Potassium helps make sure the amount of water in your body is just right. Some foods that are rich in potassium are bananas, broccoli, tomatoes, potatoes with skins, citrus fruits like oranges, dried fruits, and legumes such as beans, peas, lentils, and peanuts. Have you ever helped your parents repaint a room in your house? Did you have paint left over after you were finished? Well, the best thing to do with leftover paint is to use it on another project. Store it in a place where it won't get very hot or very cold, and cover the top of the can with plastic wrap before you put the lid back on. Hey, it's very important to make sure that the paint doesn't spill onto the ground. You know, if just 1 gallon of paint spills on the ground, it can seep down into the soil and pollute 250,000 gallons of water, or 946 kiloliters. If you can't reuse the paint, call your local recycling center with your parents' help. They'll be able to tell you if there are places that will recycle your paint, or how to throw it away safely. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.